Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Frank's Collecting Castle. My name, as always, is Daniel, and today I figured I was going to do a Lucio Fulci spotlight because I got this beautiful book yesterday from ordered it from Amazon, and it was a cheap price. I was actually looking at another Swedish online bookstore, but Amazon had it for $10 less, so how can I pass that up? But I figured I go through the movies I have from Fulci. As you can see, unfortunately, I don't have every single movie, and most of them are on my list that I don't have that I really want to get. But so I figured to go through the Blu-rays and the DVDs. But we'll start with this beautiful book right here. So it's called Splintered Visions, Lucio Fulci and his films. So it's by Troy Howarth, a special collaboration by Mike Bernos. So Troy Howarth he's done a ton of books. He's done not only on Lucio Fulci, he's done books on Umberto Lenzi, on Mario Bava, on Giallo in general. I think he's done like a 3-volume set on just Giallo. And he's also done, I don't know how many audio commentaries, probably hundreds of audio commentaries on Italian cinema, overall Italian horror cinema, not just Fulci, but yeah, there's tons and tons and tons of audio commentaries by Troy Howarth, and he's really, really good. And if you can listen to, if you have some movies with Troy Howarth doing the commentary, I highly recommend you listen to it, and go listen to some podcasts with him. He's really, really great. So let's go through this book. It's 400 and some pages, 365 pages, I think, in total. We're not going to go through the entire thing, obviously, but here we have the spine. So this is put out by MMP. The book came out, and here we have the back. Here you have the synopsis if you want to pause and read that. So it's put out by Midnight Marquee Press in Baltimore, Maryland. The retail price is $30. For the black and white versions, there is a hardcover of this as well, and probably a color version as well, which is much more. I think the color version is like $50. So this book came out in 2015. So it's a big book compared to a Blu-ray. If you do that kind of comparison, you can see how big this is. So let's open it up here. For Lucio and Richard Johnson. Here you have the German poster for a zombie, which utilizes the same artwork as the Scandinavian version. And I'm from Sweden myself, so I'm from Scandinavia. One of the countries in Scandinavia, Sweden. Here we have the table of content. You got acknowledgements, author's preface, an introduction by Brett Halsey. Mike Barona's The Beginnings, Fulci's screenwriter, direction, presented by, final thoughts. We got an interview here afterwards by Fabio Frizzi, the great composer for a lot of his movies. And then you got an index. And then you just go right into it here. Nice pages. These are like newspaper quality pages, which I like. Here we have Lucio himself. Lucio, obviously, before he became the godfather of gore and known for his horror and splatter, bloody movies, he did a lot of other stuff. Spaghetti westerns, he did comedies, sexy movies, he did like musicals even. So he had an entire career before he sort of became famous to horror fans and probably really to the entire world of cinema. I'm sorry if my voice sounds rough, but I have a huge freaking cold, so, and it always goes to my throat, so that's why. Got a big cold, but yeah. So I got this this book, I should say, yesterday. So yeah, as you can see, it has a lot of interesting stuff on it. We have some of the spaghetti westerns. It's Franco Nero. It's Django, of course. Yeah, one of the great movies of all time, and he is one of the great actors of all time, Franco Nero. Still with us to this day. And hope he stays with us for a long time. Trying to find some place where we have some good images here. Okay, some artwork for City of the Living Dead. Yep. Luca. Okay, there we go. So is there? Oh, The Gates of Hell. That's a classic one. Yeah, so you have a ton of information here. Probably couldn't get any more information about Fulci. That is Splintered Visions, Lucio Fulci and his films by Troy Howarth. And I really enjoy listening to Troy Howarth. He's great. Okay, moving on to the movies now. And we're going to start with the DVDs. So I have one of his final movies he ever directed was Voices from Beyond. It is not one of his best movies at all, but it's good enough. It really just isn't very good, to be honest. But it still has moments that makes it worth it. So that is Voices from Beyond. Then we have The Black Cat, another movie I would love to have on Blu-ray, but for now I only have the DVD here. You could rent it for $4 back in the day. This is a Swedish edition of it. That's why the wording here is in Swedish. So I don't know if it was a rental copy or if you can buy it for $40, probably a rental. And we have a cheap version of the City of the House by the Cemetery, I should say, which is unfortunately, this is a very bad version I got here, which is it's broken and yeah. House by the Cemetery, I really, really like House by the Cemetery though. I think it's a great movie. This was actually an edition put up by Anchor Bay. Okay, so those are the DVDs I have. Voices from Beyond, The Black Cat, and House by the Cemetery. Now we move on to the Blu-rays. So starting up with Manhattan Baby. It's an entertaining movie. As most of Fulci's movies, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's not one of his best, but I think this is pretty entertaining. And I like this cover here. I think it's a very, very cool cover. This is an even better think this is a Spanish edition. Look at that. That is very, very cool. That's a good look. Let's see if we can see who put this out. Well, yeah, not kind of difficult to see here. But yeah, Manhattan Baby. I think this is a very good movie. Not one of his best, but I do enjoy this one. And as most of the, when it comes to Fulci movies, it has a very nice soundtrack. Then we have The Gates of Hell. So this is an Arrow release, but it has the Code Red slipcover on it. It fits perfectly. You can see it's embossed here. Just been very nice. Psycho from Texas. 3 days only. Do you dare? The dead shall rise and walk the earth. So the slipcover is from Code Red. The Blu-ray, which I'm going to show here, is the Arrow edition. I also have the other edition of City of the Living Dead, but I'm going to show that in a moment here. We have that cover there, which is not as pretty. This one is cool, though. The other edition they put out, I don't know which one of these came first or last, or don't have that information, unfortunately. I like it when it's black case, but I also enjoy the transparent case much more than your typical blue for Blu-rays, obviously. But I don't think those are boring. This is another edition from Arrow. Arrow, of course. You get a bunch of much more special features here. You have audio commentary with Catriona McCall. That's very cool. And tons of stuff. More than it is on this edition, as you can see. You don't have as much here, but you still have the audio commentary with Catriona McCall. So I watched an interview with Catriona here on YouTube, I think 1 or 2 days ago, and she was in her 70s and she looked amazing. She looked really, really beautiful. So that was still a beautiful woman. There you have the inside. Here's the classic, one of the classic covers. To the Gates of Hell, City of the Living Dead. Yeah, classic movie. Then we're moving on to one of his giallos, which is Don't Torture a Duckling. This is also from Arrow, obviously. They just released a 4K of this. Now, I don't have a 4K player, so don't have to worry about that. Have the back. I'm sure with the 4K you get some more special features, more than I have here. And here we have the audio commentary by Troy Howarth. Yeah, here's one of his books, So Deadly, So Perverse, 50 Years of Italian Giallo Films, and he did 3 volumes of that book. And they're like 400 pages each, so. This is the Blu-ray DVD combo. And nothing. This is a DVD. alternate. Maybe the original Italian, I would assume. That's a good one. This is the newly commissioned work, obviously. I'm sorry. And we have another one over here, which is more later movies, and that's Demonia. This is a nice addition from Arrow, of course. This is a 2-disc edition. It has the movie and special features on the first disc, and then you have a documentary or long interview with Fulci on the second disc, and I watched that one. That is it's from 1993, so it's 3 years before he passed away, because he passed away in 1996, unfortunately. Sorry, I just had to get a little bit of coffee there. Yeah, so he passed away in 96. Unfortunately, it was a long time ago now. But it's a good one. I think I've shown this before. It has a little bit of one of those odd ways to open. There we go. It goes to the top here. Just gonna put the other movies away because it opens this. Here's the back, like this. It has the photos or art cards there. It has the booklet here, and it has the 2 DVDs. The Fulci Talks, Blu-ray, I should say, and then there's the movie with the Blu-ray. So it's nice, but and I can't do it like that. I wouldn't. It's more just difficult to open when it is like this, right? Oops. Yeah, I always get this wrong. It's annoying in itself. There we go. That's Demonia. Then we have the Blu-ray of House by the Cemetery. This also has Troy Howarth audio commentary, which I listened to it about a month ago. It's really, really good. He is so well informed and has so much knowledge, and he has a good voice for talking on audio commentaries. That's, I think, that's one of the more important things. Is if it's a voice that does commentary that you get annoyed with, you can't. I listened to a commentary not long ago, and it was so horrible. I unfortunately can't remember the movie even, because the movie was good, but the audio commentary was really horrendous. But you need to, when you listen to an audio commentary, you obviously need to find a good one to listen to. And Troy Howarth is really good because he has incredible knowledge. So I recommend you listen to his audio commentary. So listen to him on different podcasts. I do, and he's just really, really good. Him and guys like Kat Ellinger and Nathaniel Thompson have great knowledge. Here, this one has, look at all that bonus features. That's quite something. But they came out with this as a box set as well, where you have a book and posters and all that good stuff. But maybe I'll get that down the road. There's the other more classic cover, I should say, which is a good one. But I like this one. So, and the final one, and maybe. No, I do have one more. I forgot the Beyond. I'm going to pause it here and I'll be right back. There we go. I almost forgot the Beyond. How could I forget the Beyond? One of the greatest movies of all time. Hey, you guys watched the hysteria that came when Grindhouse released their gigantic limited box set of The Beyond. It was like a 7-disc set, and it sold out in like 20 minutes. It was insane, but it was only for the US and Canada, unfortunately, so I couldn't even get it. I think this is probably the best version I can get of this movie. So this is from Shameless Entertainment. I think they're a great company. They're a very cool company. And I love how they differentiate themselves with the yellow casings. Unfortunately, I have to say, unfortunately, this is the only Blu-ray I have from Shameless. I want to get a lot more from Shameless. I just haven't. And way things are right now is I sort of promised my wife I'm not going to get more movies for a while, so I'm going to have to hold off, which is difficult, obviously, because there's so many movies I want to get, I especially want to get the Fulci movies like Enigma and Cat in the Brain and Sodom's Ghost and Devil's Honey and The Psychic. I really want to get those, but it's just gonna have to wait for now. But anyway, The Beyond, obviously part of the Gates of Hell trilogy with House by the Cemetery and City of the Living Dead. Then we go the final one, which is Zombie or Zombie Flesh Eaters, Zombie 2. This movie has 1,000 different names, but it's one of the great movies of all time. This is the edition from Arrow. Yeah, here you get the zombie one himself, Mr. Maggots. There we go. Check that out. One of the classic covers. Awesome. This is an awesome movie. The obviously the soundtrack by Fabio Frizzi is amazing, and the of course the classic zombie versus shark scene is one of the greatest like set pieces and scenes in cinema. It's just amazing, and with the Frizzi soundtrack, that is freaking amazing. So let's just do a little quick overview of the movies that I do have in my collection. Fulci. Go. There we go. So you got The Beyond, Demonia, House by the Cemetery, Zombie Flesh Eaters, Don't Torture a Duckling, 2 versions of City of the Living Dead, Manhattan Baby, Voices from Beyond, The Black Cat, Another House by the Cemetery. So as you can see, there's quite a lot that I'm missing, and I really, really want to get a lot more of Lucio Fulci, and I'm planning to, but as I said, I promised my wife, so I'm gonna hold off unless there's any one of you that want to make a trade or something like that. Give me a comment down below if you want to do that. And of course, then the book itself, Splintered Visions, Lucio Fulci and his films. So there we go, a little spotlight on Lucio Fulci and his great movies. What do you think? What do you think about Lucio Fulci and his movies? And let me know down in the comments, because I really want to hear what you have to say about this great director that was Lucio Fulci, the godfather of Gore, one of the greatest directors of all time. Let me know down in the comments, and maybe a possible thumb up, and if you want to watch more like this, a possible subscribe as well. And until the next video, everybody, I'll see you soon again. Bye.